Welcome to Insta Summaries, your ultimate source for audiobook summaries.
Welcome, everyone. Today, we are diving into the insightful world of leadership as we present a concise summary of the article's 6 common leadership styles and how to decide which to use when by Rebecca Knight, published in the Harvard Business Review. This piece explores the nuances of various leadership styles, from authoritative to democratic, and provides practical guidance on how to apply each approach effectively depending on the situation. Get ready to uncover strategies that can help you lead with impact, adaptability, and purpose.
Have you ever found yourself facing a tough decision about how best to lead your team? Maybe you're juggling deadlines and new initiatives, or you're dealing with a sudden crisis that demands a decisive call. The truth is, your leadership style can make or break a project's success and shape your team's long-term morale. In today's fast-paced business world, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. In fact, the most effective leaders draw on multiple styles and switch them up as needed. Stay tuned, because in the next few minutes, we'll break down 6 proven leadership styles and explore when and why each one works best. The big question leaders face today is how to inspire and guide their teams effectively despite constant change and uncertainty. And as psychologist Daniel Goleman points out, different circumstances call for different approaches. Organizations aren't static, they're evolving systems. Your leadership strategy needs to shift right along with them if you want to keep your team motivated and your business thriving. The central idea here is simple: mastering multiple leadership styles and knowing when to use each one is the key to effective leadership. Goleman's research identified 6 main styles: coercive, authoritative, pace-setting, affiliative, democratic, and coaching. Each style can propel you forward or hold you back depending on the situation, your team, and the goals in front of you. Key insights and findings. 1. Coercive leadership style. Let's start with the most extreme. The coercive style involves top-down decision-making and a strict, do-what-I-say approach. It might work in emergencies, like a corporate takeover or a hospital operating room, where rapid compliance is essential and lives or critical assets are on the line. But while it can solve an immediate crisis, it often erodes employee morale over time, leading to high turnover and low engagement. Real-world example: imagine a production floor facing a sudden, hazardous equipment malfunction. You need everyone to evacuate and follow safety protocols now. You don't have time for a vote. This is where coercive leadership can save the day. Practical implication: use coercive leadership sparingly and only during genuine crises. Overusing it sends a message that you don't trust your team, which stifles creativity and engagement. 2. Authoritative leadership style. We move to the style Goleman ranks as the most effective. Authoritative leaders set a clear vision and link their team's tasks to a broader, meaningful mission. They communicate the why behind each role, building enthusiasm and autonomy. Team members know how their work contributes to something bigger, and they feel trusted to achieve goals in their own way. Real-world example: a biotech manager reminds their researchers, "We're developing treatments that could save lives." This energizes scientists who see their day-to-day lab tasks as crucial steps toward a greater cause. Practical implication: this style shines during times of change or whenever teams need a unifying vision. Integrate it into daily operations by sharing stories or short anecdotes about customer benefits and the company's broader impact. 3. Pace-setting leadership style. Now let's talk about a style that can quickly become stressful. Pace-setting leaders hold themselves, and everyone else, to high standards. They often roll up their sleeves, push for excellence, and demand results. This can work well with highly skilled teams that thrive on challenges. But if overused, it creates burnout and a toxic work environment. Real-world example: consider a high-pressure R&D team working toward a cutting-edge innovation. The leader sets ambitious goals, and the scientists are both driven and self-motivated. However, if the pressure is constant, team members can become frazzled and start leaving for less stressful roles. Practical implication: reserve the pace-setting style for short sprints or when dealing with expert teams that relish tough goals. Pair it with a more supportive style, like coaching, to ensure people feel valued and don't burn out. 4. Affiliative leadership style. Shifting gears, let's focus on people and relationships. Affiliative leaders prioritize emotional bonds, trust, and team harmony. They create an atmosphere where employees feel appreciated, included, and heard. This can be especially powerful in boosting morale or healing a fractured team culture. Real-world example: think of a manager who regularly checks in with each team member, celebrates birthdays, and organizes team lunches to build camaraderie. Morale is high, people collaborate freely, and conflict is addressed in a supportive way. Practical implication: while affiliative leadership helps foster positivity, it shouldn't be the only style you use. Purely focusing on harmony can mean avoiding hard conversations about performance. Combine affiliative elements with authoritative or coaching styles for well-rounded leadership. 5. Democratic leadership style. Now, let's bring your team's voices into the conversation. Democratic leaders seek input, encourage discussion, and let majority opinions guide decisions. This style strengthens commitment and ownership because everyone feels included. Real-world example: a marketing team is brainstorming a new campaign. The leader invites opinions, weighing each idea, and then collectively selects the direction. Everyone feels invested in the outcome. Practical implication: democratic leadership is powerful when you need fresh ideas or buy-in. But it's less effective when time is tight or your people lack the necessary expertise to make a call. Leaders must balance democracy with decisive action, especially in crises. 6. Coaching leadership style. Finally, let's focus on developing individual team members. Coaching leaders spend time understanding each person's long-term goals, then help them get there. They offer tailored feedback, spotlight strengths, and suggest improvements in a supportive way. This style builds loyalty and helps people see a clear growth path within the organization. Real-world example: a sales manager notices a rep who excels at pitching new products but struggles with follow-up calls. In one-on-one sessions, the manager provides specific techniques and role-plays potential conversations, boosting the rep's confidence and results. Practical implication: try sprinkling coaching elements into everyday interactions, like casual check-ins or performance reviews. Ask, "What do you want to improve?" or "How can I support your career goals?" to open up growth-oriented discussions. Implementation guidance: how to adapt leadership styles. Research consistently shows that top-performing leaders fluidly shift their approach depending on context. One moment, you might use authoritative to energize the launch of a new product. Next, you could switch to coaching when a team member is stuck. If a crisis hits, you might temporarily lean on coercive to regain control. But what if you don't feel comfortable switching styles? Goleman's advice is to practice. Start by developing your emotional intelligence, skills like self-awareness, empathy, and communication. By building these competencies, you'll become more attuned to what your team needs and how your leadership style impacts them. Over time, you'll be able to navigate these styles with more ease and authenticity. Actionable takeaways. Coercive: use only in urgent crises. It gets results fast, but damages morale if overdone. Authoritative: provide a compelling vision and trust your team to get the job done. This style is highly motivating and effective in guiding change. Pace setting: aim high for short bursts. Overuse leads to burnout and turnover. Affiliative: focus on strong emotional bonds and support. Combine it with more directive styles to handle performance issues. Democratic: leverage group input to boost engagement. Avoid over-reliance when quick decisions or specialized knowledge are needed. Coaching: develop each individual's strengths and career path. Offer personalized feedback and support. Remember, no single style is always perfect. The art of leadership is knowing when to pivot. Closing note. As Daniel Goleman emphasizes, anyone can learn to lead with a variety of styles. It's not about changing your personality, it's about adding new tools to your leadership toolkit. By practicing emotional intelligence and intentionally shifting your approach, you'll inspire loyalty, foster growth, and achieve remarkable results with your team. Thanks for listening, and here's to becoming a more adaptable, effective leader for whatever challenges come your way.
What resonates with you the most? Drop in the comments below. Please like and share the video. Please subscribe to the channel for engaging summaries.